What's up, guys? It's your boy Kazaris, back with another fun little deck profile. Merry Christmas to those who celebrate. I had a little break here between my breakfast and dinner with my families, and I was just dicking around on Duel Links, and I discovered a new FTK with Dark Eradicator Warlock, Dark Magician, and Dark Magic Veil. So this is very similar to the FTK I posted on last week. Uses the exact same engine, except it substitutes the 3 Dragons Gunfire for Dark Magic Veil, Dark Magician, and Dark Eradicator Warlock. Now the goal is you draw your whole deck like normal, and you Dark Magic Veil to special summon Dark Magician, and then Tribute Dark Magician to special summon Dark Eradicator Warlock. And then after that you'll resolve Pot of Benevolence, putting back Desynchro and Dark Magic Veil, and then you'll resolve Magical Stone Excavation, adding back a Desynchro, and then Dark Eradicator Warlock will burn your opponent for 1,000 damage every time a normal spell card resolves, immediately after it resolves. So not in the same chain, just after the chain resolves, then it'll deal the damage. So that'll have been 2,000 after you resolve Pot of Benevolence and Magical Stone Excavation. You'll have burned for 2,000. Then you resolve Desynchro, burn for 1,000 more, and draw 2 off of water, drawing the 2 that you put back off of Pot of Benevolence. And then you can either Dark Magic Veil again by paying another 1,000 to summon back Dark Magician or Past or whatever, and then burn your opponent for the last 1,000. Or you can Desynchro again to summon back Water and burn for the last 1,000. And now normally Water would deck you out because it's a mandatory effect to draw 2 and you have no cards left in deck, so it would deck you out. However, you'll be resolving Desynchro by summoning the materials, and the Dark Eradicator Warlock will resolve burning your opponent for 1,000 before Water activates to draw you 2 cards. So even though technically right after you use Desynchro, Water would draw 2 and you would deck out, Dark Eradicator Warlock burns for the last 1,000 before that happens. So your opponent dies first. So that's a cool way to do it as well. It doesn't really matter. You just have to resolve Pot, Magical Stone Excavation, and then Desynchro, and then either Dark Magic Veil or Desynchro. But yeah, so that's the deck. Let's just jump right into some duels. Pretty simple explanation. Same consistency as before. I believe we're playing Restart as well. Originally I was playing Show of Nightmares, but then I realized that I don't have to resolve 2 Into the Voids. I can just resolve 2 Desynchro because I won't draw those last 2 cards because my opponent will die first. So I was able to run Restart, which means this deck has the same consistency as the Dragon's Gunfire one. Now it's just a matter of whether you want to use Dragons or Spellcasters to kill your opponent on the first turn. So let's jump right into some duels. Alright, we are up against a Yami Yugi. We are going second. Nope, we have the combo. As long as he has no interruption, we'll be fine. Like if he just summons something and passes, we're good. So, Subterrors. So he can summon 2 Subterrors here, but as long as he has no Final Battle, we are absolutely fine. So he has Duomostrix. Please no Final Battle. That's all I'm asking. And then we are fine. Another one. Stagger Kraken. Nice. Stagger Kraken effect. Please no. Alright, FTK time, boys. We got him. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. It was all a good combo. And like I said, we already had it there, so going second didn't really matter. Actually, going second gave us a chance to draw Water, which would have screwed us up. Changing this. No, do not banish a Warlock. Increase, use Light's effect, summon Water. Cool. We already see 2 draw 2s before we even resolve the Stardust Charge Warrior, so we are absolutely gooch. Drawing 1. I'm using Desynchro. Special summoning Past and Water. Water draw. Resynchro. Whoops. Resynchro. YouTube notifications, lol. For Armades. Desynchro again. Doesn't really matter what order you do the draw 2s, just make sure to save the Magical Stone Excavation, or try to at least. It's not a big deal. If you have to use it early, you can just put it back with Pot of Benevolence towards the end of the combo. but Magical Stone Excavation is one of the cards you have to resolve for the combo. So I'm going to Fortune's Future. Please don't DC. Let me do it. Please, please, please. Into the Void. Into the Void. I can't Into the Void here because I have to... actually... I mean, I can already summon Eradicator, so I probably should have done that first. Because I could have burned him earlier, technically. Yeah. So, like... Honestly, like, you could just, if you draw all 3 Dark Magician pieces first and you can summon Eradicator before you keep drawing, then it doesn't really matter. You don't really have to get to the end of your deck. You can just summon Eradicator and burn them 4 times as you keep drawing through your deck. But if you do get to the end, there's still a way to kill them, even if you have no cards left in deck, essentially. I'm going to target the Desynchro here. That'll burn for 1,000. Desynchro. Summoning Past and Water, burning for 1,000, drawing 2, putting back 2 with Pot of Benevolence. You want to put back the Stone Excavation and the Desynchro, that'll be 1,000. So I mean, like, technically it doesn't matter, but like if I had to draw 2 because that Void wouldn't have been game, I could just Resynchro and then Desynchro again, and then draw the Stone Excavation and the Desynchro, and then I could burn them for another 2,000 at the very least, because I can discard for Excavation and I can Desynchro. And then Water, or Eradicator will resolve before Water will draw the cards from your deck. So that still would have been game there. So didn't matter at that point, I had game no matter how soon I saw the Warlock, essentially, which is the whole point of the deck. Because if you summon Warlock like first turn and just start drawing through your deck, you'll kill your opponent in a second. But if you see it at the end of your at the end of the bottom of your deck, and you still have draw cards to use but no cards left in your deck to draw, that's why you play the Pot of Benevolence, because that's a card that'll burn, and then you put back cards to keep drawing and to keep burning your opponent, essentially. So that's the FTK. Let's do one more, and then I think that'll be good. Alright, we're up against a Dark Signer, Kalen Kessler. We're going Foist. Nice. Yeah. We have the combo. We're not using the skill, we're going first. So Fortune Vision, adding Calling to hand. Beautiful. Normal Summon Light. Turn off our toggle so that we're never hit with any delays. Summoning the Past from deck. Past effect, target itself to banish light. Never do it the other way around on accident, because then you'll screw it up. Light effect. Summoning Water. I don't have much time because, like I said, it's Christmas, but I just had a little break and I found this FTK and really wanted to share it. So, not the best draws, but we already have the Desynchro, so it's not that big a deal. Excuse me. So, Charge Warrior. Draw a card. Desynchro. Now, I don't play Samsara here because we don't need a dragon to burn with Dragon's Gunfire, because we're not doing that way. So I'm just playing the Armades just to flex the ultra rare. LOL. Armades. And now we get 2 draws. We have Stone Excavation. Yep. And then 2 Desynchro and a Fortune's Future still left in deck. That's fine. Ideally I use Stone Excavation later, but we already have all of the discard targets with the Fortune Ladies. So like we have cards to discard that are useless, instead of having to discard our draw cards that we need. So we have the Stone Excavation, which can be used here. We're going to draw 2 more. Wow. How do I still have 2 Desynchro and a Fortune's Future left? That's ended into the void. And I drew past Eradicator. Dude, that is garbage. What the shit? That doesn't make sense. Oh my god, that's so frustrating. That's so frustrating. Alright, we lost that one. God damn it. That's never happened to me. That's crazy. Alright, I guess we'll do another one. Alright, we are up against Inakiza Izinski. We're going first. Give me that. There it is. Nice. Add past. Normal summon passed. Activate calling. Alright, so we're going to draw 3 cards here. Hopefully we see the Desynchro or the Fortune's Future in those 3 cards. 14 cards left. There's 7 draw cards to see. You have 3 into the void and then 4 of the draw 2s. Changing past. Don't accidentally click light. Banishing only light. Past can banish any spellcaster to increase its level, so don't accidentally click the Magician or Warlock if you start with it. Summoning water. Draw 2. There's a Fortune's Future. Beautiful. I'm just going to do the Stardust Charge first, because why not? Draw 1. See, two into the void, so we have another draw 2 at the very least. Pot of Greed. Draw 1. Draw 2. Desynchro. Beautiful. There it is. So we have two Desynchros left to draw. And we can use this Magical Stone Excavation early if we need to. Cool, so we can use it, thankfully. Discarding past and the calling here, the 2 useless cards. Adding back Desynchro. So we have 2 Desynchros left and 4 cards left in deck. So technically we can miss the Desynchro. 50% chance to miss it, I think. Right? 2 left in deck, we're drawing 2 cards, trying to see at least 1. Nope, there it is. Nailed it. Cool. Okay. So we're going to resolve this last Desynchro because we can't summon Eradicator. If you can summon Eradicator early and keep drawing cards, do it, because then you can just burn your opponent as you go through the deck and save yourself some time. Draw 2. Okay, so now we can Dark Magic Veil. Summoning Dark Magician. Don't accidentally click past. Special summoning Dark Eradicator. Summoning Armades. Okay, so since we had to use the Magical Stone Excavation early, we have to put it back because we need to just be able to use it to do the extra burn damage. So I'll show you. So pot is 1,000. Desynchro to draw these 2 is another 1,000. Resynchro. We're going to Magical Stone Excavation, discarding Calling and Into the Void. In this case we can add back, doesn't really matter, Desynchro. Alright, now technically water would cause us to deck out, right? So that was another 1,000, so this is the last 1,000. Technically, if we do this, water causes us to deck out because water's effect to draw is mandatory, and we can't draw 2 cards. But Dark Eradicator will resolve before water activates, and will burn for the last 1,000, just like that. So that's why that FTK works. If water drew first, then this FTK would not work anywhere near as consistently. Because if that didn't work, then we would have to get out Warlock earlier so that we could burn our opponent before we decked out, essentially. Alright, well, I hope you guys enjoyed. Have a Merry Christmas. I have to get back to hanging out with my family. But I will catch you guys later this week. Peace. Thanks for sticking around.